Warning: you may see some unsafe practices and safety precautions being ignored. Make sure you always read and understand all safety guidelines that came with your tools. In other words, do not try this at home. Alright, so what is the next part I need to make? It is the heatsink block. Alright, I'm starting out with a 3/8. I found a 1/4 inch stock is too small. Now this is the heatsink that's going to be mounted to it. I'm not going to show you drilling the holes. I didn't get any of that on footage, and I don't have any blanks to actually go back and film that again. But I'm just, instead of measuring it, I'm just with a caliper, I'm just going to go ahead and use that for the width. Alright. Now I need to go ahead and mark where the holes that will be tapped later on with the M3 tap. Need to mark where all the holes are going to be drilled at. So set my caliper, just make a scribe. The next one's going to be for the Bowden tube end and the one-piece nozzle. So that's going to be centered. It's about 40 millimeters, so center would be 20. Okay. And then I got to describe the two lines for the where it mounts to the X carriage. The two bolts that screw onto the X carriage, they're on either side of the center hole right there. Now I don't know if you noticed this, but I messed up and I didn't center punch those. So my drill bit is walking all over the place and it's not going to be perfectly aligned. I'm not sure if I want to redo this or not, or just try to make this work. But for now I'm just going to try to make it work. I don't feel like going back and doing it again just yet. Alright, I even drilled that center hole with that same drill bit, and I moved it up to the 4mm drill bit. That way I can get it tapped. And you can definitely tell that I didn't quite get those holes exactly where they're supposed to be, especially those three that are lined up. That's on the tap. Now I still had that 1032 tap in the handle, so I went ahead and did that one first. And then move on to the M3 tap. Now this takes forever because you gotta stop and clean it out all the time. Make sure that it, because it's such a small tap that it's easy to break if you try to force it. Now, just because it's aluminum and it's soft metal doesn't mean that it'll automatically go through so easy. So now testing the fit, testing them 3 bolts, getting everything lined up. And the assembly. Now this ain't the final assembly. I'm not going to finish with this. It'll all go back together later on, but I'm just making sure that everything's looking just right. And I'm happy with those results for now.